Hi guys! I'm Katie.
I'm Sophie. I'm Millie.
And we are from
Tiny Travel 2.
Okay, so for the last couple of months we've actually been based at home back in Australia, and we thought what better time than right now to give the girls their very first bedroom. Yay! So we're going to take you guys along for the ride, and you can see how we changed our storage room into the girls' very first haven. Okay, so this room we really just use to throw all of our crap in. It's a bit of a spare room at the moment. So what we're going to do is we need to get rid of these really grey walls. We've chosen to use Taubman's Almond Milk is the name of the colour. It's a really cream colour. It's going to lift the room and hopefully go really well with all the Boho Rattan features that we're putting in here. So in the end, we had to do 3 coats of paint in this room just because the underlayer was a little bit darker than the cream that we've used on the top. Usually 2 coats will do the trick, but in this case we did the 3rd just to make sure it came out really cream, and I love it. Alright, so the next step is the carpet. We're actually super lucky because this carpet is the right colour and it's in really good condition. So all we are going to do is give it a quick clean just to remove any of the stains that are in here, and then we'll be able to start setting the room. Okay, so this room is super small and we needed to find a way that we could fit both the girls in here and still give them space to actually use the room. So we stumbled across the Kura bed hack on Pinterest. We've changed it up a little bit, but I'll put the link below so you guys can see it for yourself. This one is a single bed from IKEA and we've changed it into a full bunk bed.
So this is what Katie referred to as being a hack. The ladder is designed to go in 2 places. We're going to put it in our own place, and to do so, I need the handy dandy chisel. So we've just done the second end of making the notch smaller. This end's a lot tidier. I think you should actually see the difference between the 2 of them. This tool, I don't know how many people go to IKEA very often, but these are for sale all through IKEA. 20 bucks a piece. This is our second one. And the number of times we've used it to dismantle beds, put together cots, cribs, cabinets, you name it. Outside of IKEA, everything is flat packed these days. So I recommend everyone has this. I mean, you can have a drill all you want, but I mean, holding a drill versus holding this thing, I wear this every single time.
Right now I'm measuring, this is the part that is the hack for the Kura bed. So
I think it's our hack.
I have seen it before.
Oh, okay.
I actually got the idea off Pinterest. So the Kura bed is not actually a bunk bed. So what we are doing is we're making it into a bunk bed by adding an additional sleeping section on the bottom of the bed. So what the boys are doing right now is we purchased additional slats and they are cutting a frame to put those slats onto. So you can see here that we've just attached the rail to the bed. So now when we flip it over, we will have a rail for the top and a rail on the bottom. So for the bedding, we decided to stay quite neutral. We chose white so that we can add some accent colors, but it makes it really easy for us to change out at a later date if we wanted to do that. The mattress we got from IKEA, and all the rest of the bedding except for the cushions and the throw blanket, which we're making ourselves, actually came from Target. So this was actually super cheap. It was only $19 for the quilt cover, and then we got the sheets as well to match. With the cushion cover, we decided to make it ourselves because we wanted to make sure it matched the rest of the room, and we had a little bit of sneaky fabric from Snuggly Jacks that we thought that we would use. So for the front of the cushion, we've cut out one single piece at a measurement of 52 centimeters by 36 centimeters, with the aim for the end measurement to be 50 by 35. What we did then is we cut out a decorative piece of the linen fabric, and we've cut that at 25 centimeters by 27 centimeters. So not quite a square, because what we want to do is make sure that the fabric is not sewn on the bias. We want to do it just a little bit off the bias so that you don't get any puckering on the cushion once it's all sewn together and sat on the bed. So you sew just off the bias in a diagonal line. In this case, we've also put a piece of rose gold piping in between the two pieces just to fully distinguish the line. Once we've done that, we then sew the front piece to the two back pieces. So on the back piece, we're actually going to envelope. Rather than putting in a zip on this cushion, we've decided to put an envelope on the back. So you need to have two pieces with an 8 centimeter fold over, an 8 centimeter overlap between the two pieces. We put this all together, we sewed around the cushion, then we turned it in the right way, and Bob's your uncle.
Like it came straight from the shop.
So this section here will be matching the throw that we're making. So the other cushion will have a different coloured throw. So we've got this pink.
Yeah. So the next cushion will be out of that. We'll fast forward through that, and then we'll show you how to make the throw.
Yes. Which I've never done before, but we will show you. So we're currently making the throw that will go on the end of the girls' beds, and this is actually super easy. And the brilliant thing about these throws is you don't actually need a sewing machine. So if you don't have a sewing machine and you want to save yourself a little bit of money, easy to do. All you have to do is buy yourself some kind of linen, preferably 100% linen, just because it will feel nicer on the bed. And then you cut it to the shape that you want, and you have a choice. You can either make a ruffle end at all four edges of the blanket, or you can just do it on two. So we're just going to do it on the top and the bottom of the blanket. And to do that, as you can see, your fabric comes with a selvage. So this one here is automatically going to be easier to stay in place than this side here. So this means that the fabric is not going to fray. Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull all of the fabric. So as you can see, I've got an unpicker, which makes the little stubborn bits a little bit easier, but you can just grab from the edge
and pull. So it's the same, it works the same as if you have a loose thread on a t-shirt and you pull it, it will automatically fray the whole shirt. This is the same concept, and we're going to do that until we get about a 2 to 4 inch fray. So it depends on what you're after, if you want it longer or shorter, but I think we're going to aim for the 4 inch fray.
Yeah.
And then if you don't have a sewing machine, you can just leave this bit like that. It's not going to come
how you're
undone.
going to buy it in the shop. So if you go to somewhere like a Des or Pillow Talk, this is exactly how they leave the side of their throws.
So if you don't have a sewing machine, that's how you're going to end up leaving it. You can, if you want to do the whole 4 sides, you would just unpick this side and start pulling away at that side. But if you do have a sewing machine and you want a bit of a more professional finish, you would just do a double roll like this, and you would seam, sew a short top stitch along there, and it's going to have a bit of a better finish. But you need to unpick and make yourself a 4 inch frill.
So one of the most important parts of this little room we wanted to create was a little reading nook. So we've always encouraged the girls to read, and we wanted to give them a little special space that they could come in and really just calm down, grab their favorite books and enjoy reading. So what we did is we grabbed a couple of these bookshelves from IKEA. We got 2 of them. And we're going to create this little corner here to be a bit of a nook. So these cushions, we actually made 2 of them ourselves. So this one we've got, which matches the cushions that we're using on the girls' bed. And the European pillow, we have used a matching 100% linen. The rest of the cushions we got from Target. So just throw cushions. They were $20 each. Super cheap and super easy. We can change them out anytime. Okay, so we also picked up this little map of the world. It's a corkboard map, so the girls can put their little pins in every part of the world that they've been in. We wanted to really make sure that we kept the travel dream alive, even though 2020 hasn't panned out the way that we thought it would. So the finishing touches for the room, we've added a little shelf for each of the girls above their bed. This will be a space where they can put their own little treasured items. Also for them to pop their drink bottle on each night. We got a rattan bedside table from Fantastic Furniture. It was super cheap. Again, flat pack, super easy to put together. We've popped some dried flowers inside some nice little ceramic vases. And my favorite piece of this whole room is the digital print that I created of Mount Warning, which is actually super special to us. It's definitely the iconic view of our home. So we wanted also to keep that as a part of the girls' little oasis. So we're travel focused, but also know exactly where home is. So the very last piece of the girls' room has finally arrived, and I got Luke to install it yesterday afternoon. You have to look at this. It makes it look so much better. This here is from Minnie and Me Interiors. It's faux rattan, so it's actually just like a contact that you stick on the white piece of the Kura bed, but it looks so much better now. So that's it, guys. We're completely done. I hope that you have enjoyed our flip of the girls' room. pop a comment below and let us know what you think, and also if you have any tips and tricks that would have made our job a little bit easier. I'm sure Luke would love to hear them. Otherwise, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and we will see you somewhere.